Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Jason agrees to let everyone believe he is Sasha's baby's father, while Danny accuses Cyrus. Today on General Hospital, Christina tells her father what happened to Ava. Curtis and Jordan meet with Jens regarding the Esplanade, and Nina prepares to tell Willow the truth about herself and Drew. Emma makes an offer to Kai. Christina arrives late at Charlie's and brings Elizabeth with her. Lucky tells her that she just arrived in time for the evening rush. Christina tells Lucky that Liz prevented her from committing murder and describes what happened with Ava in the park. However, she believes that with this information, her father will be able to outwit Ava. Christina leaves to phone her father, and Isaiah comes. He informs Lucky that Sidwell is in town, something Lucky already knows. Lucky claims to be attempting to avoid him, but Isaiah points out that not everyone intends to do so. Across the bar, Gio informs Emma that Trina is sending Kai as a favor to him, so she must remain calm. Emma is keen to get the big man on school to speak out against animal testing and abuse. Kai arrives with Trina, who introduces him to Emma and Gio. Emma instantly announces she has an offer for Kai and will not accept no for an answer. They all sit down, and Emma invites Kai to a benefit for her charity, Students Against Animal Cruelty. She'd also like for him to deliver a speech and join the committee. Sunny receives good news on the plane back to Port Charles. Natalia comments that for a bogus business trip, they closed a lot of deals thanks to Sunny's connections on Rodeo Drive. Sunny receives a call from the cardiologist, who delivers some excellent news. He no longer requires a pacemaker, according to recent scans. He still has to manage his stress, take his medication, and undergo surgery to repair the damage caused by the gunshot to his heart. He tells her that the doctor wants him to have it within 3 months, which will require a few weeks of recuperation. He plans to do it in Los Angeles so that no one finds out. Natalia says she will be there for him if he needs her. He appreciates and owes her. Sunny receives a call from Christina, who says they need to talk about Avery. She tells him what happened to Ava in the park, and how Rick saved the day. Christina claims she can testify, along with Liz, that Ava attempted to kidnap Avery. Sunny claims his plane is about to land and she is breaking up, so they'll discuss when he gets back. Sunny updates Natalie on what Christina told him. He points out that even if he gets custody of Avery, he cannot exclude Ava from her life since it is not in her best interests. Natalia believes this is the type of stress he should avoid. Natalia despised Ava but wondered if she was a good mother. Sunny admits she loves Avery, and Avery reciprocates her feelings. Natalia urges that he negotiate with Ava to avoid a lengthy, stressful trial. If he doesn't want to do it for himself, then do it for Avery. At the Quartermain home, Danny requests further information on Cyrus from Rocco, but Rocco refuses. Rocco understands he shouldn't have told Danny about Cyrus, and he can't do anything about him because it could land Chase and his father in trouble. Danny claims Cyrus murdered his mother, therefore he needs to find him. Cody blows it with Sasha again at the Port Charles Grill. Sasha tosses a drink at Cody and orders him to get out of her life. She rushes out, and Jason tells Felicia that he understands she had good intentions. Jason then informs Cody that what happens next is between him and Sasha and does not involve Cody. Jason goes out, and Cody realizes he's blown it again. Felicia claims he did. Cody tells Felicia that he wants to make Sasha's life easy but is just making it worse. Felicia knows he was in love with Sasha, and seeing her move on is difficult. She also knows he's been making a lot of blunders and getting in trouble. Cody believes he has been messing up with Sasha because he still wants to be her hero, which is all he can be. Felicia asks, "Do you have to be Sasha's hero, or can you be someone else's?" Nina makes a confession. Willow yells to Nina and Martin at their table, asking why everyone hates Drew but likes Jason, the career criminal. Drew loves her, so she knows he would never abuse her the way Jason does Sasha. Martin returns to the idea of gathering dirt on Michael for use in family court. Willow does not believe there is anything to find. Nina asks Martin if Willow's relationship with Drew will be a problem for her case. Martin believes that now that everything is in the open, it should not be. Willow knows she and Drew don't have to hide anymore. Cyrus interrupts them, requesting to meet with Martin. They proceed to an alcove, where Cyrus sobs to Martin that Lulu misinterpreted his intentions toward her, and he needs help reintegrating into the family fold. He needs to talk to Lucky and asks Martin to accompany him to Charlie's. Cyrus begs him to be a brother. Meanwhile, Nina tries to persuade Willow that continuing her romance with Drew while her husband recovers from burns will make her seem awful. Martin returns and says he needs to leave, but he will not reply to Michael's request based on their conversation, and he will search Michael's closet for dirt. Willow informs Nina that she can no longer lie and that she will be frank and honest about her feelings for Drew. Willow complains about Sasha and understands Nina's positive relationship with her, but she doesn't understand how Nina can forgive her for all of her lies. Nina admits that she has required forgiveness in the past and will do it again in the future. According to Nina, individuals lie to protect themselves and those they love. Willow understands that when you have awful alternatives, lying appears to be the greatest option. Willow claims she and Michael both kept things from each other, and she does not want to do so with Drew. She knows he wouldn't keep secrets from her. Nina acknowledges Willow's attraction to Drew, as the sequence concludes. Curtis warns Jordan about Jen's at Café Cherry, where they discuss the Esplanade. Jordan thinks there is a way to preserve it. Just then, Sidwell appears. Jordan introduces Jens to Curtis, and Jens mentions that he has heard positive things about his work at Aurora. He says it's unfortunate that the environmental impact assessment has stalled the Esplanade, but he believes he can help them get back on track. Jens adds that he proposed to Mayor Collins and Congressman Quartermain that they employ eminent domain to acquire Pier 55 for the Esplanade. It will reinvigorate the region and push crime away. When Jens receives a call, he excuses himself, and Curtis urges Jordan to decline anything this guy requests. Curtis claims Sidwell is in bed with Drew and attempting to take over Sunny's area, which can only lead to trouble. He suggests that she remain out of this. Jens returns, and Curtis says it was wonderful to meet him, but he needs to leave. However, he lingers and listens as Jordan expresses her desire to learn more about Sidwell's ideas. Jason meets with Sasha at the Quartermain boathouse. She apologizes to Cody and thanks him for coming. When she asks how Michael is doing, Jason responds that the treatment is working and he is mending. He's determined to get well and return home. She wants him to come home and spend time with his children, which is why they must convince everyone that Jason is the father of her baby. Sasha worries that revealing the truth may jeopardize Michael's prospects of maintaining custody of his children. She wants to help Michael because he agreed to let her raise the baby alone. Jason claims Michael informed him as much, and if she wants to do this, he will make everyone believe he is the father. Jason believes only one person should know the truth, his son. He won't tell Danny the baby is Michael's, but after losing his mother, he can't let Danny believe it is his. He reassures her that his son can keep the secret. Cyrus causes a commotion back at Charlie's. Isaiah greets Liz in the bar and expresses his relief that she is back at work and that the police are now investigating the matter. Liz is still determined to find answers for her patients who have died. Martin and Cyrus enter, and Lucky is not thrilled to see Cyrus. They sit at a table, and Martin doesn't think this plan will succeed because Lucky is unhappy. Martin questions what he was thinking when he tried to take over Lulu's care. Cyrus claims no one else was present for her, so someone had to be. Meanwhile, Kai agrees to help Emma with her fundraising efforts and even promotes them on social media. They take a selfie, which he posts. Isaiah introduces himself to Christina. She recognizes him as the doctor who saved her brother and tells him that whatever he wants is on the house. He asks her to surprise him. As she prepares a drink, he discloses that he knows her father through his gym. She claims he has been swamped lately and is unable to be present as much. As they speak, he is returning from a business trip to Los Angeles. Back at the Quartermain house, Danny notices a social media alert from Kai. Kai notices Cyrus in the backdrop of the photos of himself and Emma. The boy knows where he is going. Sasha and Jason arrive to talk to Danny, but he is not present. Rocco acknowledges he made a mistake by telling Danny that Cyrus is a suspect in his mother's death, and he went to Charlie's to find him. Jason leaves, and Rocco is concerned that he has exacerbated the situation. Sasha reassures him that notifying Jason was the right option and that Jason will protect Danny. Danny confronts Cyrus at Charlie's, and Kai invites Trina to support Emma's cause. Martin and Cyrus continue to discuss what he did, with Cyrus admitting that he may have overstepped. Martin chastises him for attempting to relocate Lulu to another state. Cyrus regrets the loss of his family and his access to patients at General Hospital and Turning Woods. He claims he helped many people and was the only one who visited the majority of the sufferers. Martin goes to the bar for another round, and Danny shows up. Danny yells at Cyrus, saying he knows he killed his mother and demands to know why. What has she ever done to him? Cyrus insists the boy is misguided and that they should pray together. He places his hand on Danny's shoulder when Jason rushes in and cries, "Take your hand off my son!" On the following General Hospital, Nina prepares to come clean to Willow and says, "What I'm about to say to you is not easy." Kai tells Trina, "Those are good words to live by." Liz says to Lucky, "We might be farther away than ever." Carly and Brennan have drinks together. Anna cautions Joss that the game she's playing could endanger her life. Jason threatens Cyrus that if he touches his son again, they will never locate his body. Jason threatens to disappear Cyrus. Carly and Brennan's date Jocelyn busted. General Hospital teasers indicate that Jason Morgan will threaten to make Cyrus Renault disappear while Carly Spencer and Jack Brennan are on a date. Jocelyn Jacks will also be arrested, so let's discuss what's coming up in Port Charles. For starters, Kai Taylor will appreciate Trina Robinson's wise remarks. Trina and Kai will become closer as Trina shares some useful advice. Meanwhile, Elizabeth Baldwin will inform Lucky Spencer that they might be further away than ever, implying that she is concerned about setbacks in her efforts to rearrest Cyrus Renault. Of course, we must handle the recent situation, which began when Jason barged into Charlie's pub and told Cyrus to stay away from Danny Morgan. On the GH episode, Jason warns Cyrus that if he touches Danny again, they will never locate his body. Cyrus may respond with his own threat, even if it is veiled among his normal holy discourse. After the face-off, Jason will have an important conversation with Danny. It could lead to Jason emphasizing the need of staying away from Cyrus, or else Danny could suffer the same fate as Sam McCall. Danny could put Jason on the position if he pushes his father to go beyond threats and actually eliminate Cyrus, so we'll see how Jason responds. This could also be an opportunity for Jason to come clean about masquerading as Sasha Gilmore Corbin's baby daddy, as he has determined he cannot lie to his kid about it. While Christina Corinthos Davis and Isaiah Gannon are bonding, Alexis Davis will ask Tracy Quartermain for a favor across town. Meanwhile, Carly will have a night out with Brennan, so it will most likely be a date, whether they call it that or not. Brennan and Carly are no longer battling their feelings, so they will spend some time flirting and deepening their relationship. Nina Reeves admits that what she's about to say to Willow Corinthos is difficult. The show is leading up to Nina confessing to sleeping with Drew Quartermain, but there's no assurance she'll actually do so, risking her relationship with Willow. Next, it appears that Jocelyn will be caught taking some further measures in her Cyrus inquiry. Will Jocelyn get discovered wandering around Austin's former property now that Brennan has provided the address? Whatever the circumstance, Anna Devane will demand an explanation and ultimately issue a strong warning. After Anna insists that this game could cost Jocelyn her life, she hopes Joss listens and backs off. Our forecasts indicate that Jocelyn will dig her heels in and battle even harder to seek justice for Dex Heller, so stay tuned for updates on her intentions. According to General Hospital spoilers, Jocelyn may face more danger than she expected in the future. General Hospital spoilers, Jason tells Carly about Sasha's baby daddy, and the trio works to protect Michael's custody plans. According to General Hospital spoilers, the episode that aired on Tuesday, February 4th, included some dramatic moments. One notable incident was Carly Spencer confronting Drew Quartermain at the gatehouse on his visit to Willow Tate Corinthos, after which he was barred from entering the Quartermain estate. Drew claimed that Jason Morgan was the father of Sasha Corbin's baby. What will happen next? Will Jason Morgan and Sasha Corbin decide to pursue this? As of this writing, Jason had yet to return home from Germany. He headed out to see Michael Corinthos and check that his nephew had cut ties with Sasha's baby. Carly returned home during Tuesday's broadcast, so Jason is likely to return to Port Charles later this week. Depending on what Michael told him at the clinic, may Jason and Sasha decide to fake her baby's paternity? Fans understand that the child she is carrying is the result of a one-night stand with Michael. However, because he is involved in a custody fight with Willow over Wiley and Amelia Corinthos, he and Sasha have agreed it is better to keep her baby's paternity undisclosed. Not to add, Sasha does not want the baby to grow up in the Q family's toxic environment. She also wishes to protect her child from the mob drama that the Corinthos name entails. Will Jason open up to Carly? Unfortunately, Cody Bell started the notion that Jason is Sasha's baby daddy, but there's a high chance Jason and Sasha will keep up the pretense. After all, Jason, like Michael, is a Q, so the baby will be financially secure, and Jason will be sure to put his foot down when it comes to the interfering Quartermaines. Look out, Tracy Quartermaine. In terms of mafia risk, Jason isn't a top boss like Sonny Corinthos, and he's pledged to leave the industry. This could benefit Michael, Sasha, and their unborn kid. Will Jason tell Carly the truth? He may do so since he knows he can trust her and Michael is her son. He may also get the go-ahead to step in for Carly while in Germany seeing Michael. Carly has always admired Sasha, so she will be glad that the woman has once again stood up to support her kid. Plus, given the circumstances, Sasha may allow Carly to have a relationship with her grandchild. Will these three work together to defend Michael and his unborn child? Will Jason tell Carly the truth about Sasha's baby? GH spoilers, Martin's case notes are stolen, and Lois Gioli is discovered. General Hospital spoilers suggest that Lois Cerullo informed lawyer Martin Gray that Giovanni Gio Palmieri is her secret grandson. What might go wrong? Plenty happens when Martin's case notes are stolen. Lois was hesitant to tell Martin about the secret she had been harboring, so when Tracy Quartermaine showed up to their meeting, she had to think quickly. Gio is the love child of teenagers Dante Falconeri and Brooklyn Quartermaine. All those years ago, Lois planned to have the baby adopted, but she kept it in the family with no one knowing. Lois has a secret even Dante's parents, Sonny Corinthos and Olivia Quartermaine, are unaware that Brooklyn and Dante had a son. When the news breaks, it will rock PC like a cyclone. Lois was concerned that Martin was taking notes during their confidential discussion, but he explained that he needed to do so in order to remember everything. The show made a big fuss about the notepad in the February 6th episode. May the notes be read by someone who shouldn't? Tracy's complete lack of suspicion over Lois' encounter with Martin was surprising. Normally, she has no boundaries, but she didn't seem bothered to find Lois in Martin's room. Is Lois captured? Lois lied and claimed she was there to confront Martin about Willow Corinthos taking the kids from the gatehouse, the same reason Tracy was present. We find it difficult to imagine Tracy didn't get nosy, and we know she's fighting Martin over Willow and Drew Quartermaine. Tracy would not be surprised if she decided to search around Martin's room for notes about Willow and Michael Corinthos' custody case. If that's the case, she'd notice the notes regarding Gio. Will Tracy spill? If Tracy discovers the secret, how do you think she would react? Tracy has recently been acting inconsistently, barking 1 minute and cooing the next. Do you think she'd tell Lois or maintain her secret? If it's the latter, Tracy offends her son Ned Quartermaine because Gio is his grandchild. General Hospital spoilers, war breaks out in PC. Will Willow and Drew discover Jason's deception? According to General Hospital spoilers, Willow Corinthos and Drew Quartermaine will be surprised when the truth about Sasha Gilmore Corbin's baby is revealed. So far, Sasha is dedicated to parenting her baby on her own, and Michael Corinthos has consented to this. Now, he's in no state to fight the facts of his affair with Sasha, and Jason Morgan knows Michael wouldn't want Sasha to have to go through it alone. So, even if his near-death experience has changed his mind about Sasha raising the kid without him, he doesn't want the truth to be revealed until he can be at her side. That means Jason may be forced to play the part of Sasha's baby daddy in order to keep everyone out of her life. But what happens when the truth is out, and it appears that they lied to everyone for selfish motives? The truth will change everything by the time Michael recovers from his injuries from the explosion at Sonny Corinthos' penthouse. Everyone he knows will have spent the most of the year believing Jason is the father of Sasha's child. Learning so late in the game that the baby is Michael's, and that he, too, cheated on Willow, will upend this family's world. Those who disliked Willow and Drew for having an affair will have to cast Sasha and Michael in the same light, and Jason will appear to be a saint to some and a terrible sinner to others. Leak Cody started it. Sasha wouldn't have had the option to rely on Jason for cover if Cody Bell hadn't opened his lips and chastised Jason for not being a good father to Sasha's baby on board. It's not like Jason and Sasha desired it, but once they were given the solution, Jason was ready to accept it. The alternative was knowing that Sasha would continue to be forced to divulge her baby daddy's identity, a stressful reality that neither she nor the baby should have to deal with. Of course, Jason swoops in to save her. That is what he does. Good versus evil perception is important here. People who care about Sasha, Jason, and Michael are more inclined to support them in this conflict, which may once again force Michael and Willow's children to fight as weapons against the opposing side. Jason will appear to be the patron saint who saved Sasha from having to reveal that she slept with one of the Qs while working for them, which is a definite way to get fired. Tracy Quartermaine adores Michael, but it doesn't imply she would value Sasha as much as she does now. However, from the perspective of Willow and Drew, Jason's actions appear to be intended solely to compensate for Michael's error. Danny keeps Jason's secret, while Willow awaits Nina's surprise. According to the latest General Hospital spoilers, Danny Morgan will protect Jason Morgan's secret, while Willow Corinthos is expecting a shocker. Anna Devane will also offer a dire warning, so expect some difficult scenes. Jason will throw down the law with Cyrus Renault at Charlie's pub, threatening to kick him out forever if he touches Danny again. Jason warns that if this happens, Cyrus' corpse would vanish without a trace. Once Jason makes his intentions apparent to Cyrus, he may persuade Danny to never encounter this villain again for his own protection. Danny may claim that Sam McCall deserves justice and encourage Jason to take matters into his own hands if the cops do not get the job done. Jason will eventually reveal his plot to claim he is the father of Sasha Gilmore Corbin's pregnant child. Danny will undoubtedly keep the phony daddy news a secret if Jason wants him to do so. Other GH teasers state that Alexis Davis will make a request for Tracy Quartermaine to consider. If Alexis receives details about Danny's new peril, she may request that Tracy keep a closer eye on him while he remains at the Quartermaine mansion. Christina Corinthos Davis will reunite with Isaiah Gannon at Charlie's pub in the upcoming episode of General Hospital. Will it be a casual talk or a chemistry test for a potential new pairing? Isaiah is currently captivated with Jordan Ashford, but who knows what will happen in the future. Next, Trina Robinson will give Kai Taylor some encouraging advice, and he will express his gratitude by asking her to spend Valentine's Day with him shortly. Carly Spencer and Jack Brennan will continue to captivate one another on their forthcoming date night. Elizabeth Baldwin will express some concerns to Lucky Spencer. Liz will feel as if they've taken a step backward in returning Cyrus to the slammer, but Lucky may provide some encouragement. Meanwhile, Jocelyn Jax will be backed into a corner. We'll see Anna demand an explanation, so Jocelyn may be discovered sneaking into Austin Gatlin-Holt's old home. Jocelyn's prolonged inquiry will cause Anna to become increasingly concerned, and she will want Joss to understand that crossing Cyrus might endanger her life. According to our forecasts, Jocelyn will disregard Anna's advice. Finally, Willow will be waiting for Nina Reeves' shocking revelation. Will Nina tell Willow about her affair with Drew Quartermaine and help her see that even Drew maintains secrets? According to General Hospital spoilers, Nina will have to decide how much she is prepared to sacrifice to get Willow away from Drew, so keep an eye out to see whether she will reveal anything. GH spoilers, did Tracy just drop an anvil? Is Charlotte really a Quartermaine? According to General Hospital teasers and updates, Tracy Quartermaine may have dropped an anvil, hinting at a future significant storyline. Her son Dylan Quartermaine and Lulu Spencer had an adolescent relationship. Here's how Charlotte Cassadine could truly be a Quartermaine. Dylan Quartermaine has been mentioned recently. Tracy hadn't remembered having a son other than Ned Quartermaine in ages. In fact, she found herself talking about Violet Finn, Sasha Corbin, and Cody Bell considerably more than she did Dylan. Yet, she does have another son. His name, Dylan, has lately emerged in her memory, and now appears to be the ideal time to bring him back to Port Charles. Here's why. Tracy wasn't the best mother to Ned, sending him off to boarding school whenever possible. She had promised herself that she would do better with Dylan for a few years. She tried when he was younger, but as he grew older, her devotion eroded. Dylan was also shipped out but returned to Port Charles as a teenager. Many people recall Dylan's teenage romance with Georgie Jones, but few remember his passion with Lulu. Dylan was sent away as a child and only rejoined with his mother in Port Charles during his adolescence, where he had a brief affair with Lulu. This culminated in her adolescent pregnancy and subsequent abortion. Subsequently, Dylan disappeared for a few years, and when he returned, he became involved in some crazy escapades with Luke Spencer. He tried to woo Lulu back from her then-husband Dante Falconeri, but his efforts failed, and Lulu now admits she still has emotions for Dante. However, Dante and Lulu's relationship appears to have stagnated, as he had moved on with Sam McCall during Lulu's coma and is now grieving her death. What if Dylan came back, and what about Charlotte? If Dylan returns to town, he could provide an intriguing distraction. Dylan, who is presumably also free, could be the spark they both need. Their youthful passion never had a chance to grow, and with Lulu being single, the timing may be ideal for a rekindling. Prepare for a dramatic twist. Remember when Helena Cassadine said she took Lulu's egg to have Charlotte with Valentine? What if that was a complete fiction? Helena had a talent for stretching the truth. What if it wasn't Lulu's egg at all, but the fetus that Lulu terminated? Yes, it's shocking, but all my children hinted at this possibility more than 2 decades before Lulu's abortion, and Helena might have pulled it off. Sasha throws a drink in Cody's face, Jason agrees to lie about being Sasha's baby daddy, and Danny confronts Cyrus over Sam's murder. Curtis warns Jordan, Isaiah and Liz commiserate, Sunny receives good news, Jason meets with Sasha, and Cody opens out to Felicia. Christina visits Charlie's pub and discovers Lucky behind the bar. She apologizes for being late. Liz walks in. Gio advises Emma at a table on how to be calm when Kai walks in. They want to bring him on board with SAC. Students are against animal cruelty. Trina and Kai enter, introductions are made, and Emma approaches him with the idea. She informs him about SAC, and he tries not to chuckle at the acronym before she goes on to explain how there will be live performances and guest speakers. She wants him to join the committee and deliver a speech. Christina informs Lucky at the bar that Liz is keeping quiet about how she rescued the day. She claims Ava attempted to kidnap Avery in the park. Lucky thinks that's dumb. Chrissy tells him how angry she is. Lucky considers it sleazy and gutsy. Isaiah goes to Lucky to inform him that Sidwell is in town. Lucky knew and advised them to stay away. Isaiah sits with Liz and they discuss the patient fatalities. He's delighted it was turned over to the police and no one suspected her involvement. She still feels responsible for finding solutions for them. Natalia informs Sunny on his plane that the business transaction was successful. She thanks him, unaware that he had so many connections on Rodeo Drive. They discuss his doctor's instructions not to be stressed. He says he doesn't need the pacemaker. He'll be having surgery in Los Angeles and prefers to keep it private. Natalia is astonished when he informs her it will happen in 3 months. Sunny shakes it off. Christina calls to report the incident in the park, admitting Rick swooped in and pulled Ava away. He says, "That's something." Christina begs him to put her on the witness stand. Sunny reports that the call is ending. They'll discuss once he lands. They disconnect, and he fills Natalia in. They're delighted they can use this in the custody dispute, but he doesn't want to exclude Ava from his daughter's life. She is a good mother. Natalia urges he avoid the long, drawn-out fight. He's not certain it's doable. At home, Danny asks Rocco to tell him about Cyrus Renault murdering his mother. Rocco does not know anything else. They try to find him on social media, but Rocco says he is too old and does not have one. Rocco regrets informing Danny and requests that he not do anything about Cyrus. It could lead Chase and Dante into trouble, but Danny claims he murdered his mother and needs to find him. At Cafe Sherry, Sasha tosses her drink in Cody's face, tells him to leave her alone, and stomps out, leaving other customers stunned by the spectacle. Willow doesn't understand why everyone thinks Drew is so horrible when Jason is actually worse. Nina sighs when Willow says Drew loves her. They discuss the court case and try to discover something to use against Michael. Nina is not pleased to learn that her daughter and Drew no longer have to conceal their connection. Cyrus interrupts, stating that he needs Martin's help. He takes him aside and explains Lulu's fear of him is unfounded. Martin doubts it. To reintegrate into the family, Cyrus must speak with Lucky. Martin considers it manipulative for him to agree with him, but Cyrus argues he wants him to be his brother. Meanwhile, Nina disagrees with Martin's position. She should keep her affair hidden because it seems horrible that she is still doing it while her spouse is recovering. Martin returns and informs them that he has a family issue and must depart. Willow refuses to sneak around after he leaves. She begins to protest about Sasha's lies, and Nina advises her not to go there. She understands Sasha. She confesses that Nina sometimes required forgiveness. According to her, people lie to protect themselves and others they care about. Willow gets it. They acknowledge that they end up serving the untruth rather than themselves. Back at the other table, Jason tells Cody he can't force Sasha to help if she doesn't want to. Cody snarks that Jason didn't seem to be accomplishing much. Jason leaves, and Cody understands he will never be BFFs with him. Felicia concurs, "I blew it again with everyone." Cody recalls being the one who used to brighten Sasha's day. Cody mentions being on a tear lately. Felicia claims he has done the most damage to himself. She asks why. Cody misses Sasha and misses being important to her. He still wants to be her hero. Willow tells their table that she no longer wants to maintain secrets. She believes Drew will always be honest with her. Curtis and Jordan are at their table discussing their project when Sidwell appears. They talk about Aurora being the original investor in the McConkey Esplanade. He believes his fresh perspective will help everything get back on track. He wants to shift the Esplanade to Pier 55, which is more convenient for him as he lives in Windermere. According to Curtis, Drew may not like that. Sidwell has spoken with the congressman and says he is receptive to the concept of using eminent domain to acquire the land. Sidwell believes it would put an end to the blight that now exists in the area. He departs to take a call, and Curtis advises Jordan to say no to whatever Sidwell wants. He's in bed with Drew, so he's got an angle. Jordan listens. Curtis explains that it will generate problems with Sunny. Jordan knows things will go ugly. When Sidwell returns, Cyrus departs. At their meal, Cody decides to let Sasha live her own life. Felicia understands it's for the best. She implies that he could be someone else's hero. Nina knows her daughter puts a lot of faith in Drew. "I can understand why you'd fall for Drew because Willow, Sasha meets Jason at the boathouse. They talk to Cody first, then Michael. Jason claims he is healing. The treatment is working. She asks Jason to make everyone believe he is the father of her child. Jason will do it for Michael and the kids as long as she is confident that is what she wants. She is sure. She wants to help Michael because he is a buddy. He promises that if she needs him, he will be there. All he asks is that he tell his son about the deceit. Sasha accepts, knowing he is a good kid. She describes him as more rational. Cyrus and Martin arrive at Charlie's, and Christina offers to throw the man out. Lucky refuses. Cyrus misinterprets Christina's words at their table and believes she is telling Lucky to let him remain. At their table, Liz and Isaiah discuss what he has in common with Lucky. Isaiah remarks that he is more attractive, which makes Liz chuckle. Lucky interrupts. Emma is pleased that Kai is on board. They agree to post about it on his social media and take photos. Danny receives a notification of Kai's social media post and is astonished to see Cyrus in the Emma and Kai photo. Kai inquires as to whether Trina will also join. "I know where Cyrus is," he informs his friend. Later, Danny has gone to confront Cyrus when Sasha and Jason arrive. Rocco recounts what happened, and Jason rushes after his son. Danny worries that he will be too late, but Sasha reassures him. Martin asks Cyrus why he was contemplating of going to Turning Woods. Trying to pass himself off as someone capable of making judgments on Lulu's care. Cyrus claims that someone needed to be present. Martin points out that he ignored Laura's directions. Cyrus admits to having overstepped, which Martin believes is a mild understatement. He's stunned Cyrus was recently banned. Cyrus informs his brother that he was the only one at the patient's side. Who will they be with now? Martin goes to get a refill from Lucky, and Danny bursts in. Isaiah sees Chrissy at the bar, where she thanks him for saving her brother and offers him free drinks. He compliments the tavern, and she claims her father owned it. She cannot wait for him to see it. Isaiah claims he knows Sonny from Volaninos. Danny confronts Cyrus at his table about killing his mother. He demands to know why. Cyrus senses his pain and attempts to pray when Jason rushes in and cries, "Take your hand off my son." Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.